Welcome to Andre's Insight, where clarity meets curiosity. Today, we're plunging into the fascinating realm of personal branding. You, our listener, shared some really thought-provoking articles exploring how individuals are shaping their reputations and, carving out their careers in this digital age.
That's right. And we've sifted through a really rich collection of insights. Everything from like the basic essence of a personal brand to the really cutting edge trends that are changing how we present ourselves professionally.
Yeah, so our mission today is to really dig deep into what personal branding truly means, why it's become, frankly, absolutely essential in today's world,
Hmm.
and most importantly, how you can strategically build your own authentic brand. We'll look at different angles, from your online stuff to how you connect with others.
Hmm.
Okay, let's unpack this then. When we talk about a personal brand, today, what does that actually mean, like at its core?
Well, think of it as your unique story, right? It's the distinctive mix of your skills, your experiences, your core values, and how you actually communicate all of that to the world. It's very similar conceptually to how a company builds its brand identity, but here, obviously, we're talking about an individual. Just like a business wants to be known for certain things, your personal brand tells people your unique value, what sets you apart. Could be employers, clients, your wider network.
Right.
End of the day, it's about being known for certain key attributes and the kind of impact you make consistently.
So it sounds like it's really about consciously managing your reputation.
Yeah.
But, from what I gathered in those articles, this isn't exactly a brand new idea from the digital age, is it?
No, you're spot on. While the digital age has definitely amplified its importance in reach, I mean, massively,
Yeah.
the basic idea of personal reputation, how important individuality is, that's been recognized, throughout history. Think about influential figures way back when their impact was tied to how people saw them.
Mm.
What the digital age did was just speed everything up.
Hmm.
The scale at which you can build a brand and, well, how fast it can be scrutinized, too.
Okay, so with all the time and effort this takes, why is building a personal brand so crucial now? What are the actual, real-world benefits?
Oh, there are several big ones. For professionals, think about this. Hiring managers, they're looking way beyond just the resume these days.
Right.
They actively look at a candidate's personal brand. It's a big factor in hiring decisions. Your online presence, how you come across professionally, that can honestly be the decider for even getting an interview.
That makes perfect sense. It's like your reputation walks in the door before you do, giving them a much richer picture than just, a list of skills.
Exactly. A well-nurtured personal brand clearly shows off your strength. It establishes you as credible in your field, and it builds that foundational layer of trust
Trust, yeah.
with anyone who finds you, really. It signals not just what you can do, but your values, your professional style. And it's not just about jobs. For entrepreneurs, anyone client-facing, a strong brand can literally mean more sales, more visibility, better customer experiences.
And I guess in a world with, billions online, having that distinct brand is how you cut through the noise, right? How you get seen.
Precisely. In today's incredibly crowded digital space, yeah, a well-thought-out, genuine personal brand is what lets you stand out. And maybe more importantly, be remembered for what you actually offer.
Yeah, I'm sold. This is a clearly important stuff. So for someone just starting out or maybe wanting to sharpen their brand, what are the first steps, the absolute essentials?
Right, the foundation. The very first step, honestly, is deep self-awareness.
Okay.
That means really taking time to understand your own unique mixed skills, personality traits, your core values, what you're genuinely passionate about. Reflect on what makes you distinct. And, just as crucial, be honest about areas where you might need to, grow or improve.
So starting by looking inwards makes sense. What's next after that self-reflection?
Once you've got a decent handle on who you are, the next big step is defining your audience, your target audience.
Yeah.
Who are you actually trying to connect with? Who do you want to influence? Is it industry leaders, potential employers in a specific sector, maybe ideal clients? Defining who you want to reach really shapes the story you tell and, critically, where you choose to tell it.
Knowing your audience definitely focuses your efforts, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Then following that, you need to set some clear goals.
Like goals, okay.
Think about where you want to be, professionally speaking, down the line. What are the key things, characteristics, expertise you want to be known for? Setting those longer-term aims helps you develop actual strategies, objectives to build your brand in a way that moves you towards those goals.
This sounds very intentional. proactive.
It is. And look, one of the absolute cornerstone, maybe the cornerstone, is authenticity.
Authenticity, yeah, that keeps coming up.
Your brand has to genuinely reflect who you are, your
Yeah.
core values. In today's world, it's so transparent online. People are really good at spotting fakes, projecting a false image. It just erodes trust. Be genuine. In your interactions, the content you share, don't just repost stuff. Offer your own perspective, your expertise.
That really resonates. It's about being yourself, but like strategically,
Yeah,
with purpose.
precisely. And the final key foundational bit, finding your voice, your authentic voice.
Finding your voice.
Yeah.
How do you mean?
It means experimenting, finding the tone, the style of communication that feels natural to you, but also connects with your audience. It's not about just trying to be funny or inspirational or whatever.
Right.
It's finding the way you communicate that reflects who you are and lets you connect meaningfully.
That makes perfect sense. Your voice is such a huge part of what makes you unique, memorable. Okay, now, a massive piece of this puzzle today is definitely your online presence, that digital footprint. How do we manage that effectively?
Yeah, your online activity has a very direct, very tangible impact on your reputation. It's crucial to realize that every post, every comment, every interaction, it all adds up. It's part of your footprint.
Every single one.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So regularly updating your key social media profiles, maintaining a consistent presence where it matters for your audience, that's really important. Think about it. The average person uses multiple platforms every month.
Wow, multiple. Yeah.
So your activity across all of them shapes how people see you.
So consistency isn't just what you say, but being there, being active.
Exactly. And building a professional profile, say on LinkedIn, it's not just a nice to have anymore. It's often expected.
Right. Baseline.
Think of LinkedIn as way more than an online CV. It's your main professional landing page online. Optimize it. Make it easy for clients, employers, collaborators to find you. Quickly grasp the value you offer and see the results you get for others.
LinkedIn is your professional online home base.
Got it.
Yeah.
What about, when someone just Googles your name, what shows up then?
That's basically your digital identity, right?
Yeah.
The collection of public info about you online. You absolutely should be aware of what pops up when someone searches your name.
And maybe take proactive steps to make sure the stuff you want people to see ranks higher. This might mean creating good content on places you control, like a personal website or blog, or being active on professional platforms. And deciding which channels to focus on always comes back to your target audience. Where are they hanging out online?
Makes sense.
For professional connections, LinkedIn, maybe industry forums, often make the most sense. The main goal is a consistent image and message everywhere relevant, but, tailor the content a bit for each platform's style.
Okay, so online presence, vital. And it sounds like the content you share is kind of the star player in shaping that presence.
Absolutely. Sharing valuable content regularly is essential. It demonstrates your expertise, your insights, but there's a balance. Avoid just overwhelming people with too much posting. That can lead to fatigue, people tuning out. So creating a strategic content plan, super helpful. Keeps you consistent without overdoing it.
A content plan.
Yeah.
Prevents burnout for you and fatigue for them.
Yeah.
Smart.
Exactly. And consider setting up a blog. It can be like a central hub for your brand online.
A home base for content.
Yeah, a place to go deeper, share perspectives more fully, really establish yourself as a thought leader, and don't underestimate visuals. Explore different formats, compelling images, engaging videos. There are so many easy-to-use tools now that let you create professional-looking stuff, even without a design background. Also, think about creating what you might call authority-building content.
Like what?
Things like publishing articles, developing online courses, hosting webinars. That kind of thing significantly boosts your visibility and positions you as knowledgeable, respected in your field.
So content is way beyond just text now. It's a whole multimedia thing, lots of ways to connect. But building a brand isn't just pushing info out, is it? It's got to involve connecting with actual people, too.
Oh, absolutely critical. Engagement and networking are huge parts of this. Focus on building a real community. Loyal followers who actually connect with your brand, your values.
A community, not just followers.
Right. Actively interact with people in your network. Build real, lasting relationships. Those connections are fundamental for influence, growth, opportunities. Get involved in relevant conversations online, like on X, using hashtags to join industry chats, share your thoughts. Engage thoughtfully with influencers in your field that can really boost your own visibility and credibility.
So being an active participant, a contributor, not just lurking.
Precisely. And don't forget networking events. Both physical ones and online ones are still important.
Okay.
Before you go to one, have a short, compelling elevator pitch ready. What you do, the value you bring, who you help. Clear and concise. And crucially, always follow up with new connections afterwards. Nurture those relationships.
Good point. The follow-up is key.
Yeah. And finally, don't be shy about asking for recommendations, testimonials from colleagues, managers, people who can vouch for your strength and impact. That's powerful social proof. It validates your brand.
All this effort. It sounds like it should pay off somehow.
Yeah.
How do you actually, measure if your personal branding is working? How do you track success?
Good question. There are several key things you can keep an eye on. On social media, obviously, track follower growth, but also engagement rates, likes, comments, shares. How much are people interacting?
Right, the interaction.
Monitor mentions of your name, comments directed at you online. If your branding is tied to business goals like leads or email signups, track those conversion rates closely.
Okay, concrete numbers.
Yeah, and if you have a website or blog, dig into the analytics. Things like bounce rate, how long people stay on a page, how many pages they visit. These tell you if your content is actually engaging people.
So it's a mix of looking at the numbers and also tuning into the kind of qualitative feedback and interactions.
Got it.
Now, are there common mistakes, things people often get wrong when trying to build their brand, pitfalls to avoid?
Oh, definitely. Absolutely. One common thing is forgetting how a strong brand can actually help you navigate difficult times, like professional challenges or crises.
Oh.
Well, if you've built that foundation of trust and a positive reputation, people are generally more willing to give you the benefit of the doubt, offer support when things get tough. Another huge pitfall is inconsistency.
Yes.
In your message, your look, your actions. Inconsistency confuses people and weakens your brand's impact.
Authenticity seems like the antidote to a lot of that, doesn't it?
Exactly. A lack of genuine authenticity.
Right.
Trying to be someone you're not. It almost always backfires eventually. It just kills trust.
Right.
Another mistake. Focusing too much on just self-promotion comes across as self-serving, maybe even narcissistic. The focus should always be on providing value to your audience, helping them.
Value first.
Always. And finally, just ignoring your online reputation, not managing negative comments constructively. That can be really damaging. You need to be aware of what's being said and engage thoughtfully when needed.
Those are all really valuable warnings, things to keep front of mind.
Okay.
Looking ahead then, any emerging trends in personal branding we should be paying attention to? What's coming next?
Yeah, there are a couple of really interesting, significant trends shaping up. One is the growing role of AI, artificial intelligence, as a strategic partner.
AI and personal branding. How?
Well, AI tools are getting much better at analyzing your online presence, much more deeply than we could before. They can help tailor strategies for specific audiences, help with research for content, even simulate interactions to help you refine how you communicate.
Wow.
We can expect AI to get even smarter, maybe analyzing engagement in real time, giving dynamic feedback. And this is crucial.
Yeah.
Even with AI helping, your communication must still be in your authentic voice. It's a tool, not a replacement for you.
AI is a powerful helper behind the scenes,
Yeah.
but not replacing genuine connection.
Got it.
What's the other big trend you see?
The other one is a growing focus on community building and real collaboration. Yeah, personal branding seems to be shifting. Less about just individual promotion, more towards connecting and contributing within a wider community. The successful pros going forward, probably those who are great at educating, advising, connecting others in their networks.
Interesting.
We're already seeing more collaborative projects where people with complementary skills team up to create something valuable for a shared audience or common goal.
So branding is becoming less solo, more interconnected, more collaborative. That's a fascinating shift. Okay, so let's bring this all together. What does this deep dive really mean for you, our listener, the learner?
Well, as we've talked about today, building that strong personal brand, it isn't just vanity. It's not self-promotion for its own sake. It's really a strategic, ongoing investment in your career path and your reputation. End of the day, it boils down to truly understanding your unique value, consistently and authentically communicating that value to the right people, and actively building those meaningful, lasting connections.
Yeah, think about the key insights, those aha moments, maybe from our chat today. Consider which parts of your own personal brand you might feel inspired to explore or develop further. What kind of professional story do you want to be telling the world?
This whole exploration really highlights that, in today's world with so much information, so much noise online, your authentic personal brand. That can be the clear signal that cuts right through it all.
Hmm.
It's what lets you be not just seen for a second, but genuinely remembered for the distinct value and expertise you bring.
So here's a final thought for you to mull over. In a world saturated with information, your authentic personal brand can be the signal that cuts through the noise, making you not just seen, but remembered. Now go out there and start shaping that narrative.